Taco Tuesday. It's Taco Tuesday. Come on. It's Taco Tuesday. It's TacoTuesday.com. Taco Tuesday. It's Taco Tuesday. It's Taco Tuesday. It's Taco Tuesday.
All right, guys. Happy Taco Tuesday. Welcome back to another edition of the TacoTuesday.com podcast. Today's podcast is brought to you by Waterloo Sparkling Water as well as Melissa's Produce. The food we have here today is brought to us once again by the wonderful Carla, the owner of Chella's Mexican Kitchen. We are joined by our co-host, Crawford of The Best Seats.
What's up?
Our guest today is Will Mattox of Taco Slayer, otherwise known as The Taco Slayer. Welcome to the show, man.
Hey, thanks for having me, guys.
So we're going to dish up real quick, and then we're going to get into it.
Let's do it.
Outside of the obvious buffet that we have going, eagle-eyed people might notice that we also have a plethora of different hot sauces that you brought, from mild to, well, that one just has a skull on it and it says doomed, so people can probably assume what that one is. So this might get a little interesting.
Yeah, so we've got some mildest to hottest down here. We're going to try them out. We're going to see how it goes.
Let's do it.
Try not to cry, but zero guarantee.
No tears today, gentlemen. No tears.
It's going to be a lot of judging in the comment section.
All right. You guys want to start out trying some of this?
Yeah.
Let's do
some
it.
of the
Let's
mild?
go soft. All right, so to this day, because we were recording right before, we were recording videos and stuff before we hit record on the show.
Right.
This was Taco, what number was this today?
This is 1,000, with you gentlemen today, this is 1,667. So,
I mean,
that's of days of tacos.
that's a lot. Where's this going? Who wants?
I'll give it a shot.
I mean, what was the catalyst for this? I mean, how did this whole thing get started?
Somebody, Taco Slayers was my hiking name.
Nice.
And it was just, I loved going up into the mountains and making tacos for my friends. And one gentleman says, if you're the Taco Slayer, then how come you're not eating tacos every day? And that was enough. I went home that day and I never stopped making and eating tacos.
So this wasn't like you just kind of committed to it, and then at what point did it become like an everyday thing, or did you know right from the outset?
Oh, I knew from that
to do it?
moment I was going to eat tacos every day. From that moment when he said, if you're the Taco Slayer, then you should be eating tacos every day. I was like, you got a good point, and that was it. That was it from that day forward. I went home, and for the first few hundred days, my wife was strongly supporting me, and I was trying to record her doing everything, trying to do all the social media stuff. And at some point I, was like, oh, you should do this or you should do that. And she said, you know what, you should just do it your freaking self, man. And so she stopped cooking from that moment. And then I went on this epic adventure to learn how to cook. And, because I didn't have the skills I just didn't have the skills. And so eventually, we just started to figure it out. And year after year after year, the tacos got increasingly better. And
I mean, that's a wild number.
Yeah, so I had read that you didn't initially want to do, 1,600 plus days.
No.
Originally, it was supposed to be like 100 days or 365 days, something like that.
First, I was a year. I wanted to get a year done. Like, oh, that'll be cool. That's probably a record. And then I found out there was a gentleman, Michael Durbin in Texas, who actually ate tacos for 500 days. And I was like, oh, well, I got to at least get to 501. And then once I hit 501, I was like, I'm going to go to 1,000. And then 1,000 hit, and, we celebrated and raised some money for the city, did a little celebration. And
that's awesome.
And then just decided not to stop.
Dude, do you know what the world record is for days of eating tacos? Like,
if there's a world record, it's for sure mine. Where's Guinness?
What's up, Guinness?
Well, now I'm curious because I want to know. You may have broken a world record. And
Guinness has entered the chat.
You're not being, properly titled for it.
Right. The thing is, Guinness is a pay-to-play situation, and they've also got guys that are surfing every day that have been doing it for like 20 years straight. Mm-hmm. So I figure 1,000 days is cool, but I've got a long ways to go before it's recognized as this guy eats tacos every day and nothing else.
They say you never forget your first.
Right.
What was the first one where it was just like, and you're off to the races?
The first taco was in that moment with my hiking buddy saying, you got to eat tacos every day if you're the Taco Slayer. We were on top of Mount San Jacinto in near Idlewild, 10,000 feet, elevation. And I brought like some chicken tacos and, we're just making tacos, having a good time. And yeah, it was that moment right there was the catalyst for everything else. I think we went home. I think I might have gotten Jack in the Box afterwards, but progressively, yeah.
Nice.
So it was memorable. It was a memorable taco for sure.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I saw on your website, it's you're drinking some sort of, I don't even know what the drink was, but I see you making tacos. You're like getting out all the ingredients. You got guacamole or clearly on the top of like a mountain.
That's Mount San Jacinto again. And I love hiking and that was how we got started, or that's how I got started. It used to be my family is how it was. The taco slayers were me and my family, but kids grow up and they move out.
It used to be you and your family.
That's
then you
right.
got your friends involved. Is that something that you were like, hey, I'm going on this like taco eating adventure. You want to go on hikes and eat tacos with me?
Taco walkabout.
Because it's a pretty hard offer to say no to. I feel like if somebody came to me and asked that, I'd be like, yeah, let's do it.
Yes. Lots of people like hiking with me because of that reason, for sure. It's
like why people like golfing, because there's a drinks cart.
Right. Well, that's always
the upsell.
You're hiking for 10 miles and it's like there's a taco truck at the top of the mountain.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but it's me in a backpack. And
Everest would be way more like achievable if there was a taco truck up at Everest.
If you're ever going to Everest and you're going to eat tacos at the top, please give me a call. I'll try to get to the top of that and do that with you.
You have great reception up there.
Oh, yeah. Bring it on. Let's do it. Past the bodies and all
Y'all
that
hand you
stuff.
the guac over like a skeleton, right?
Yeah, let's do it. I'm in.
Have there ever been days where like you wake up and you're like, shit, I have to eat a taco today?
Yes, all the time.
I think about that movie Super Size Me where the guy like ate McDonald's every day.
Yep.
And his was for science. This just sounds, delicious. But yeah, are there those mornings where you're like dreading it later in the day?
It's the cook. That's sometimes it's fun, sometimes I love it, but after a week of doing awesome things, it's like I'm tired of cooking, and what could I do instead? Ground beef tacos again? Like what? Let's do something crazy, or I'll just visit one of my local spots.
Yeah. I was gonna say, because I mean, for people that may not know, you're cooking a lot of these. Like it's home.
The majority of them, at least 90%, I'm cooking.
Yeah, you're not
sure.
out like hitting up a ton of spots and things like that. Like this is made. Yeah.
Right.
By you.
Right. That you're exactly right. That is exactly what's happening. And there's frustrating sometimes.
There's a lot of people. Yeah. I mean, there's gotta be, I can just imagine waking up and you're like
already thinking about what you're going to cook that day. It's like, dude, I just can't catch a break.
Well, I try to get the insights from my wife. Like, what are you feeling today? All I need is just a little, just an idea.
Mm-hmm. So where do you, besides asking your wife when you're not sure what kind of tacos you're going to make, when you're making them at home, where do you get the inspiration to make a new taco?
I'm scrolling. No. I'm looking at people. I'm looking at foodies that are creating good recipes. I'm looking at restaurants that have the new thing. My taco thing started right when the birria craze kind of started. So that was popular for a while. I'm always looking for stuff. The internet has been my friend and my worst enemy.
Yeah, the internet takes no prisoners.
No.
Have you ever created something or gotten inspired from something on the internet that you make at home and you dive in and then you're just like, oh no, this did not work out?
Yes, that definitely happens. Definitely some meat combinations that I'm not feeling. I'm not a fan of octopus. That totally, no matter how delicious people make it look in their little Instagram videos, it's not for me.
Fair.
It's not my thing.
Fair. Next hot sauce.
I was going to say, Alan's kind of in the way. I'm going to get your nosy little self out of here, but thanks for joining us. All right.
Okay, so we like the 7 Siblings taco sauce. This is like a mild taco
good
sauce.
flavor,
Delicious,
very
easy.
low spice, but really
I have
flavor.
not started to perspire yet.
Easy
and I understand
peasy.
my level of whiteness. So.
But I imagine right around here is where the sweat starts to.
For sure.
It's kind of cold in here, but
this one's made with habanero. That's the tangerine nightmare right there.
Tangerine nightmare.
Yeah.
Okay, sidebar. I know we're here to talk about tacos, but hot sauces, there's always salsas, things like that. Why do hot sauces in particular always feel the need to like verbally assault you with their labels? Like that one. This is the second one. We have these lined up, mildest to wildest.
Right.
This one literally has nightmare written on the front with a very judgmental little tangerine giving me like a what's up. Like,
it definitely is intimidating, but it's not as bad. It's not as bad. It's a bit fruity.
But I feel like I'm getting catcalled. They're like called out. Like they're chirping me. Like the bottles are chirping me.
Again, it's a pretty mild spice, but really good, like citrus tangerine flavor to it. Mm-hmm. It's good stuff.
Yeah, you're not a nightmare. Calm down.
Yeah, it gets you. I think it's just tangerine
Delicious.
and vinegar and
That's awesome.
light habaneros.
Mm-hmm.
Really good.
The hot sauce community was obviously kind enough to. They're probably one of my biggest supporters. I didn't know. Just like there's a craft brewery, a whole society of people out there. There's a craft hot sauce community out there with thousands of these independent small business crafters.
Oh yeah,
I had no idea.
Well, you know, it's great when you're trying to like get on a diet and you don't want to eat things that don't have great flavor. I mean, you could put a good hot sauce on anything. I mean, just like plain chicken and you'll make it good. So, I mean, hot sauce is kind of a good way to play with your food, so to speak.
Right.
I'm going to go ahead and dive into the third one.
Oh,
but I do want to ask, you mentioned kind of like right away, when you started this, your wife was super supportive. She was doing the cooking.
Mm-hmm.
And then she was like, okay, you got this.
Mm-hmm.
How is she about it now that you're over 100 of these things?
She loves it because she's not cooking.
Now, is it a split thing where you're doing the cooking? Like, is she on dish duty? Because when I cook, I do the cooking and the dishes because I know what I'm responsible for.
That's a great question. Yes, she totally takes over dish duty, which has taught me nothing because I'm a freaking mess. I destroy the kitchen nightly, and I leave her. But again, she loves the idea of not having to cook.
Yeah,
it was not a role that she was happy to take on, so she was happy to ditch it.
That's awesome. Let's see. What are we working with?
Is that the Joey's?
Joey's. Oh, yeah. No, we're still.
Joey's another light
I
one?
can still manage this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We're still doing good.
Really good flavor again, too.
Oh,
Great flavor. These guys are from Ashland, Oregon.
felt a little perspiration.
Great people. Joey's a good dude.
So is it always, I mean, are you just a big hot sauce guy? Like it's just always sauce on them?
I've always loved hot sauce.
Yeah.
Like always. We talked about this earlier, but the heat sometimes is not my friend. I don't want to eat the Crazy Reapers and the 7-Pot Primos and what's the new one? The Scorpion.
Oh, the Carolina Reaper pepper, you mean?
I'm good on that stuff. But I like some heat. I like to sweat a little bit, feel it in my glands, you know, but
Get the endorphins going.
Right.
A little, sure.
So a lot of these guys like, hey, you know, we want you to eat some tacos with our sauce. And it's like, all right. Don't send me that hot shit, though. I just can't hang.
Yeah, you got to send me some chapstick and like a gallon of milk if you're going to give me that. You know, around where should we expect to start sweating and hurting a little?
The next two I haven't tried yet, so I hope they're hot. I hope they're good.
Is this some Melissa's?
This is Melissa's?
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
These are
I know Melissa's. Yeah.
The Inferno Farms, which is appropriate, it's the Pineapple XXX Express. We're kind of going through that right now with the weather. So that ought to be an appropriate one.
I don't stand on pretense. I know that I'm not a big spice guy. It's a reality. So for anybody in the comments, I know. But I'm getting better. I'm getting a lot better, especially with my absolute admiration and obsession with Mexican cuisine and even other cuisines that really embrace spice, like Szechuan and things like that. But I get intimidated by hot sauce. I will be honest, because I don't want to be I don't want to be that first person to drop into the flop sweat and have to like be asking for milk at like the wings place. Like nothing against dairy. Love it. But I get intimidated by hot sauce.
All right.
Has there ever been anything kind of on this taco adventure where you've been intimidated, whether it was like something that you tried to cook or maybe it was a sauce that showed up and you were like, uh-oh, like.
Yeah, these Hellfire sauces, the one at the very end, very kind people.
That one has an unholy hue to it.
Right.
Yeah.
I just wasn't prepared for the heat, and it's difficult to enjoy your food at such high levels. Hopefully we'll almost be done with our plates by the time we get to the end of this one. But
I think I'm going to put those last ones on a chip or something.
I'll go ahead and take the Melissa's. I'll move up.
You want to try the next one?
No, I took a shower this morning. Everything's fine.
So this one, I know this flavor is delicious because I've had this one before. It's not terribly spicy, but the flavor is on point.
Heck yeah.
Shout out to Melissa's, friend of the show.
It's like a chili de árbol sauce.
Come on, be strong. Be strong.
Well, it's either you get a couple drips or you get like a couple tablespoons. So.
Yeah, there's really no middle ground. Like if they don't have the little pour, like the little mean tangerine over there, had the little like drip sauce, because that's obviously a little bit more of like a wet one with that vinegar. But then
in the hot sauce community, we don't like the tabs.
Really?
Yeah, those are
frowned
for
upon.
the inexperienced.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so
I
I'm a
see.
beginner. I've been eating hot sauce all my life, but now I'm feeling like I'm
right. We'll go deep. I'm going to go deep on them.
Awesome.
Red Hatch hot sauce. All right.
Last episode, we were tasting through wines. This episode, we're tasting through hot sauces. It's always something new here at the TacoTuesday.com podcast.
That's
Always
delicious.
good flavor. It's good stuff, right?
Yeah, not a lot of heat at all.
No, it's nice.
Lots of flavor though.
Yeah, really earthy.
That's good.
So what does the future look like? I mean, is it just going to keep going and going and going and going and going?
For tacos?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm enjoying what I'm doing, and I'm blown away that the companies like want to work with me and want to get on board with the tacos I make every day. And I'm just seeing how far it'll go. I like designing. The Taco Slayers is like a great outlet for me as a graphic designer. So I enjoy doing what I'm doing. So no idea wherever the future takes me, wherever the next Taco Tuesday is at. You know what I mean?
Do you have contingencies in place for like something happens? You're delayed at the airport or something, like you're stuck in traffic. The day's about to run out.
Okay.
It's about to switch over to midnight. You haven't had a taco that day. Are there like contingency plans in place?
Well, yeah, I carry hot sauce and tortillas in my backpack just in case.
Nothing like an impromptu hot sauce
taco. I like it.
Make it happen. Grab a chicken nugget or something, and there's my protein. I don't know. Make it happen.
The belief system is that if it's on a tortilla, it is therefore a taco.
I'm going by the Wikipedia definition. That's your filling, your protein, and your sauce wrapped in a tortilla. That is a taco. Now there's the huge argument whether our burritos tacos or our taquitos tacos are enchiladas tacos.
I can hear Reddit. Reddit is warming up right now.
So the taco would be the basis for everything else. So everything else is just a subsidiary or a different category of taco. Burritos have its own thing, but they're still tacos.
A burrito is just a taco that you tie into a knot.
Right.
I mean,
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Yeah. Right.
Like, it's the age-old question.
But we all know a taco when we see one versus
a
burrito. Are we moving on to this next one?
I am. I'm pushing the... It says Inferno Farm.
Okay. All right.
Why?
Yeah.
Why do they have to be so... It's a garden gnome with a pineapple.
Scare, you know?
You ask a question, because I'm diving into Inferno Farm. I feel like this is about to be a turning point. I feel like this is going to be a turning point.
He's like, hey, I'm going to pass the baton. You ask him a question.
I seriously feel like this one's going to be a turning point.
All right. Let's find out if it's a turning point. I don't want to ask a question and then not be able to breathe.
Oh, that's delicious.
It's tasty, right?
Yeah. Oh, he's a gentle Inferno Farm gnome. It's fine.
It's some Scotch bonnet, some bell peppers. Pineapple.
We're getting close to halfway through, and I'm feeling pretty strong. I'm going strong so far.
And that's usually what happens, right?
Sweating.
Yeah.
Well, there's always a turning point before things go sideways.
I'm perspiring. I'm not gonna lie. It's not. My mouth is okay. I'm still doing pretty good, but I am perspiring.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah, I like that.
That's a little misleading with the triple X, and it's not as violent.
Little too survivable for the logo, right? But again, delicious.
I like it. You mentioned that you do graphic design. Obviously, you're designing all the stickers and things like that for Taco Slayer. Do you find that, because you got to find inspiration in cooking and kind of making new tacos and things like that. Do you find that it helps you in your graphic design work as well?
I probably the other way around is the graphic design helps me with the taco thing. Putting together things is definitely interesting, whether that's the putting together the plate or whatever. It definitely I'm sure there's a creative aspect of it that definitely helps out, but I don't want to be fool myself and say, oh yeah, I'm an artist, so naturally these things blend together. But I do agree with you that there's a sense of blending in the two.
Do holidays get special tacos like corned beef
on
St. Patty's Day?
Absolutely. Heck yeah. Corned beef for St. Patty's, prime rib for Christmas,
turkey tacos. Turkey tacos. I mean, come on. Yeah. So is Cinco de Mayo just like your Super Bowl?
Well, Cinco de Mayo is not like a National Taco Day. National Taco Day, I think, is in October.
Good
I think it's October 4th, but don't quote me on that.
Right.
Yeah. It is in October, though.
Right. I think the Cinco de Mayo is like the celebration of the Battle of Puebla. So I try not to get involved with politics, gentlemen. So
Oh, you didn't want to get into a deep dive political conversation right now?
Thought we were just having tacos.
We'll skip that part then, I guess. he is perspiring.
I'm
just
perspiring a little bit. Yep.
Oh,
It's
gotcha.
okay. But my mouth is perfectly fine right now. I don't have any burn. I don't have like the tickle, but I'm perspiring. I can feel it.
I like it when it gets you in the back of the neck. When
Yeah.
it's really that's a good hot sauce right there.
You know, some of them I think I ate an actual habanero pepper with my neighbor when we were growing up. We were probably like 14, 15 years old. And his dad used to love to mess with us. You know, he'd give us like anchovies and ice cubes and stuff and have us eat them. He just did all these weird things. But man, I don't remember. I think it was a habanero. I don't remember what type of pepper it was, but I'm not. Dude, when we bit into that thing, I mean, it knocked the wind out of me. I needed to sit down. I was sweating profusely. It was like dripping off of my face.
That's
I
a
didn't
good story.
taste food for 2 weeks. His dad was laughing his ass off. We're over there just like, oh, we ran out of milk, Pete. You gotta help us, man. It was awful.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
It was terrible.
It's terrible
It's one of the
parenting right
things
there.
I look forward to if I ever have kids. I'm totally doing like the little lemon wedge and hot sauce.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Oh, yeah, here, have a jalapeno. You're going to love it.
Well, that was the problem is I did that to my son, and he loves hot sauce. He's my hot sauce go-to guy. Like, the hottest ones we got to have our little challenges with. And all that teasing turned out to be not so teasing. More difficult on me in the end.
How old is your son?
He's almost 18.
Almost
Nice.
18.
Yeah.
How old are you?
I'm a 40-year-old gentleman.
Okay.
I started young.
I was going to say you were the same age, but apparently not.
Yeah.
What's this? What are you doing to us now?
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm just going to go for it because
this episode is in memoriam for Corey.
That's appropriate. That's the Eye of Ra. And I think this one has habanero in it. So
Oh, no.
that's perfect. That's a little throwback to that.
Right when I'm talking about how habanero messed my whole week up.
That was a good example of the
brave.
dripper right there.
Right away.
I don't want to lose the cap.
So this is the Eye of Ra, and it embers. So it's like a charred hot sauce. And there's a huge hot sauce factory down in Oceanside called the California Hot Sauce Solutions.
Yeah.
You can go in there. You can taste every hot sauce. Like 80% of this hot sauce here is made there.
It's actually really good, and it's not too spicy yet.
No.
Oh, shit.
I'm still okay.
No, I'm doing okay.
Hanging in there.
Yeah, it's like, for like people that don't like to fly, or no, the people that like clap when the plane lands.
Oh, yeah.
So that's it, which I don't love, but that's kind of how I am with like hot sauces right now. I'm kind of like, okay, I'm still good.
The whole time in a flight, I'm just sitting there anxious, and everyone, they enjoy their flights. They watch their movies and stuff. I'm gripping my little tray in front of me, like white knuckling the whole time.
You're not a flyer, huh?
Oh, dude. No, I'm a on the ground type of guy for sure.
That's what the airport bar is for.
Because my wife is a flight attendant.
Right.
The pineapple XXX Express that we mentioned earlier in the show is now the next sauce up. So if anybody has a really long topic that they want to go into, now is a perfect time.
Right.
So let's talk about the beginning of civilization. And then we'll just sort of...
That was a good time.
Yeah, that was a good time, man. There were a few too many beheadings for my taste, but I feel like we moved in a good direction where there's less.
This is a good one. This is the high spice. This is from Hawaii, and it's not hot at all.
I'm
It's
going
not hot
with
at all.
a taquito for this one. We're just going to drizzle.
This is, I think, with pineapple habanero, another habanero sauce.
I think I'm
Nice.
going to go for chips.
All right.
Just caviar bump it.
That's the way to do it for
Ooh,
sure.
it's chunky. I like it. It's got some chunk.
Oh, we're all going to do, okay. I'll join. I prefer the chunk myself also.
It's delicious.
That is really good.
That's
And
really
it's got a
good.
kick to it, though. Mm-hmm. There's a kick to that.
But tasty, right?
Really
Very
good.
tasty.
Really good. I love that.
But I can tell we're starting to get into the spice now.
Oh, yeah.
This is like the beginning of the end, I think.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Got 4 left.
And they're all a really weird color.
And they're all weird colors, and they're a little off-putting.
Literally, I don't know if people can see who are watching this, but that last one does just have straight up just a skull.
See that right there? That's heat.
Right. Ooh, there it is. There's
I
the
don't know if the
pineapple.
camera can see that, but
There it is.
we're in for it now.
Ooh. Yep, Crawford's officially feeling that one.
All right, what is that? Speaking in third person now? We're gonna. Crawford is perspiring.
We're good. We're good.
when they
Everything's fine.
when they hit you right, you start talking in third person. You know that.
Gory is suffering. So you're the taco slayer, right? You make these stickers, you're doing graphic design, you're going on hikes, you're eating tacos every day. Your life sounds pretty awesome. I mean, from the Taco Tuesday podcast, I gotta say,
I like it.
that sounds like our kind of jam. But when you're not doing that, what kind of stuff are you doing?
My wife and I run a sticker shop, and so I'm working. I'm spending time with my wife, my family, my dog. Yeah, but you made my life sound really awesome. That was
I didn't make it sound awesome. You have a pretty cool life.
That was a great way to
Does the dog
explain
get
it.
tacos too?
The dog gets tacos too, of
Nice.
course. Little
Nice.
Charlie, she gets her tacos for sure. Yeah.
Be brave. I'm okay. This is big for me.
That's got you're doing great.
We're gonna keep it real professional for the rest of the show.
Oh, man. Okay. All right. Should we move on to the next hot sauce?
That's up to
we're,
you
we're
guys.
blazing through them.
Oh, pun intended. Yeah, why not?
If you want, you know.
You want to take a minute to...
No. Give the
We
people.
got some more beers in the fridge. If that
Yeah,
was my
we're good.
concern.
He is full throttle this whole time, so. All right.
So, do you have any crazy hot sauce stories that just like knocked your socks off? You
You know
ate some
the
hot sauce and it was...
those one chip. I thought the hot sauces were hot, and you know, I could do that one chip challenge. I thought that was going to be that's violent. That was not a nice thing. Yeah, my son and I did it together. It was just terrible. I
Here's the lid for one of those.
I don't have a great experience with it at all. It was terrible. I don't know. I probably have not tried the one chip challenge. I'm assuming, you know, it sent some people to the hospital.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's serious.
Well, some people find out they have allergies to some of these
Oh,
peppers.
yeah.
When they eat the one chip, you know, it looks like a Dorito. You eat the thing and just
All of a sudden it
they're
just-
on the ground hyperventilating.
Right. Not to bring up YouTube videos, but I did see one where a woman put one of those one chips in her husband's taco.
Not cool.
Oh, it
That's
was not cool at all.
That's rough.
No, it smells like it could go either way. This could be pretty
This is
mellow.
another good one. Yeah, there's mango hot sauce. They're made at California hot
They all
sauce
taste
Solutions.
delicious. Don't get me wrong. These all
Yeah.
taste amazing.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that pineapple one that again has my teeth tingling is delicious.
I don't think they're offended if they're too hot. I think.
Oh yeah, this one is.
I feel I'm doing exactly right now what like 22-year-olds do when they order like Jaeger, where you do that breath to like warm yourself up. Like it's about to be a Rumpelmans moment.
You know, I don't like shots anymore in my 30s. You know, you go out with buddies like, oh, let's get a shot. I'm like, let's not get a shot.
It's delicious.
Oh yeah, that's the one.
Wow.
Oh, sorry, that was a mic pop. I gotta apologize to a producer. I just coughed right in that and just killed his ear. No,
That's a hot one, dude.
That's good.
That was the one, right? Mm-hmm. It's the upper half.
That was the
Now we're starting to play with fire.
That was the first time all episodes so far that this beer was not for enjoyment but necessity. Oh
Wow.
no. You can have the launch codes, whatever you want. I'll tell you where the nukes are.
So to switch it up a little bit, you guys obviously are doing this Taco Tuesday podcast almost weekly, right? Mm-hmm. So when you go out for tacos, you still go out for tacos, right?
Oh, yeah.
This isn't your single fix.
You got to practice what you preach.
So what is the go-to taco that you guys get when you pop into a place?
That is like a type of taco.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about yourselves for a minute.
Anywhere that I can go for a good Vampiro taco, I'm interested
okay.
in. I love that flavor of the Serrano, like a quesadilla as your tortilla for the taco. I love it. Anything with Chipotle. Dude, I don't know. I feel like I'm being a little too vague. It would be impossible for me to pick my favorite kind of taco.
Your favorite meat? Do you like soft shell, crunchy shell? What's the go-to?
Soft shell, handmade for sure.
Okay.
I'll go. I love carnitas. I really do.
Right.
I don't mind like a tinga for chicken. If a place does it, cochinita pibil in a taco is bomb. It's one of my favorite dishes. That kind of Yucatan slow cooked pork. Love it. Can I have another beer?
That's awesome. So the debate on do tacos belong with flour tortillas or corn tortillas, where do you guys stand?
I feel like to be prejudiced against one or the other is unacceptable, because they both have their merits, right?
Right.
Like, you're never going to get a really perfect fried flour tortilla or like a crispy flour tortilla taco. Right. That's where corn comes in.
Right.
But on the flip side of that, the flour tortillas are a little more durable, feel a little better in the hand. They've got that perfect flavor for the soft taco. I don't know.
I prefer corn flavor-wise.
Okay.
It's just a personal thing for me, but I don't shy away from flour. I mean, one of mine earlier today was a flour one.
I'm not hating, right? Yeah. It's anything's acceptable. So have you guys been to there's
I brought a rag. I knew what I was in for today.
The sweat comes.
Oh God. I don't know if I have the other 3 bottles in me. I really don't. That last one, that might have been my Waterloo. No, no pun intended.
Ooh.
I'm feeling confident still.
When the person who does a lot of hot sauces looks at that last one and goes, "Ooh," it's a bad one.
Well, I'm not. It's been sitting on my shelf because I've been nervous to try it myself, and so I figured, I'll just bring it out for you guys, and we'll see what happens. I mean, if we get into it, if we don't get into it, it's okay.
I think we should get into it because it's here, and I already said I was going to.
If we're going to end it on that, then let's keep on going. So the next is the Not Mama's Chamoy, which is from High Desert Hot Sauce out of Arizona.
You gonna put that in a taco, or are you gonna put it on a chip? What are you thinking?
I got these 2 tacos that I haven't even
put it on a taco
dove into yet. There we go.
I'm gonna collect myself real quick.
Dude, it's just like the lack of picture and everything on it is just text, and they circled extra hot in the middle.
Just so you know, it's extra hot, right? They warn you ahead of time. Then they give you their weird grading scale on the back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like 7 skulls on fire.
9 to Toulouse.
What is that out of 10? I don't understand this.
Oh, it's sweet.
It's sweet.
And
An
spicy.
exercise in masochism.
Sure, I'm gonna feel like I'm taking a bite of sugar.
Moment of truth.
That's a good one, right?
Ooh.
You wanted to go all the way.
I'm gonna go all the way, but I may need to lie down at the end. Maybe when everybody leaves, I'll take a nap on one of the couches. I don't know. Ooh, yeah. All right, but I'm good to keep going. Okay. I've got it in me to do this.
All right.
I've never been more attracted to you.
You heard it here, ladies and gents.
All right, which one? I'll try a little bit. We'll caviar bump it.
You dab it.
I'm telling you right now, you're not going to be a big fan. You may love the flavor, but the spice is going to...
That's gangster, too.
It's going to do you in.
Put it on your hand like that.
Is it bad?
Yeah.
Oh, doing it on the hand?
Yeah.
Your pores are going to love it.
You're a brave soul.
Oh, yeah, because it shouldn't go on the skin, huh? Because at this point, it's a weapon.
I'm okay.
You ever mix chopped jalapenos with your hands and you get that jalapeno hand? Dude, it's wild. I saw it in a show and I thought it was fake.
I might have to take a minute before I drive home today. 2 drops.
It's
That's all you need.
Oh, it's delicious.
So
it is really good. Oh. Oh, no. It's so good.
It
really is good.
Nice and sweet, right?
Look at the guy laying down on the ground holding his throat. He's like, it's so good. I love it.
Why do people choose this life?
The hot sauce life chooses you. You don't choose the hot sauce.
It does
life.
taste
Hot
good.
sauce pretty quickly goes from like a really good flavor. It's something just to add a little bit of extra kick to your food to like a
Oh, that sour cream looks good.
Activity of a masochist.
Right, it's obnoxious for sure.
Because some things are like so dangerous, it's almost not even food anymore.
Right.
They need warning labels. They come in like childproof bags and stuff like the one chip challenge. Right?
Yes.
I recovered from that pretty well. I'm ready to go into this next one. But I think for that very last one, we should maybe take some time.
I agree. Think about it a little bit more. Ponder things.
I see Inferno Farms.
Yeah, this is another Inferno.
Oh, that
Farm.
gnome is back. The gnome. That was the gnome from the delicious pineapple one earlier.
Yeah.
A lot of pineapple in them, which, by the way, I dig. Someone else say something now.
Right.
Look over, dude. You're like, look like you're about to jump into a conversation. It's like, oh my God, I think you're going to pass out.
Okay, so this one has Carolina Reapers in it, I believe.
No, it does not.
Yeah.
Oh my! I don't even know how to describe what I just smelled, dude. It's really intense.
It's got all.
That's going into taco again. Yeah. No judgment.
I don't know. I don't know.
Today,
I really
dude.
don't know if I have that in me. No, I don't know.
I think the citric acid is good for breaking it up in your mouth.
That's what I'm hoping.
All right, so I'm going like 5, 6, 7 drops.
It even comes out angry.
Yeah.
It like globs out
it's
in this
thick,
like
for sure.
it's like the ooze in Ghostbusters 2.
All right, here we go.
He's still with us. He's still with us.
For now. Something's changing.
It's a sneaker.
Something's changing. Oh yeah, no, I don't know if I have that in me.
It really creeps up over time.
You guys, I didn't expect you guys to go on this little sauce adventure with me today.
Well, like,
Here at the
listen,
Taco
you've been
Tuesday
on this-
podcast.
You've been on a taco journey. That's kind of our speed. I feel like it would be rude of me to say I don't want to go on a taco journey with you. You know, we invited you here. It's only
Fuck it.
right.
Come here. We can swear on this podcast, right?
Actually, yes,
Oh, good.
of course.
It's an angry gnome.
That one was actually pretty manageable.
Just give me a little bit, you son of a bitch. Please, I don't want a lot.
It's gonna glob out of nowhere, dude, and you're just gonna.
This is the type of stuff that like the Gremlins would like put in like a child's food. Like that's warfare.
Yeah,
You get into
I
the
agree.
enemy's MREs, dude. They're just like, holy shit, I can't breathe.
right. They use them in combat for sure.
Oh, dude, you throw some Carolina Reaper sauce into somebody's eyes.
Right.
They're not fighting back.
No way.
They're going to the hospital.
It's bear spray at this
Yeah, right.
this stage.
Oh, the salt on the chip is just like enhancing it.
Dude, you're a trooper.
It's just like, oh. It's not.
It's clearing the sinuses at least.
Elevated.
It is clearing a hangover from 14 years ago. Like,
I had a migraine when I was 7. I think it just went away.
Finally.
oh.
While he's recovering from his wounds.
Okay,
So-
if you only put like a drop, like a single tear, it's manageable. It's good. The flavors are really good. That's the worst part. Anybody watching?
Your voice is raised like a couple octaves. You're like, it's good. Oh, man, I'm having a really good time. It tastes fantastic.
It's effective. So you said you celebrated the 1,000th. Obviously, we mentioned earlier in the show you're in the 1600s. I promise I'll get through this. Have you already thought about like what 5,000 looks like? What 10,000 looks like?
No, I have no idea. Just trying to get to that next goal. 1,500, 2,000.
I was going to say, are you doing it in like 50 increments of 100? Is it just every year?
Yeah, every time I get a new year, I'm like, oh, wow, this is, 4.5 years now is absolutely wild. It was wild to do it through COVID. What can stop me now if COVID didn't stop me?
Doing something like this inherently, yeah, because I mean, like there's social media, you've got the website and stuff. That part of it is always like, I'm sure initially it was meant to just be kind of like fun, like, hey, like I'll go on me with this journey while I do tacos every day. What's that aspect of it like for you now, day to day, like managing an online community? Because with the internet comes people on the internet who can be
obnoxious,
super
people.
awesome.
Yeah. So what's that aspect like for you? Kind of managing the community part of it.
I've gotten a lot of love from people, from manufacturers, from different types of products, from lots of people that just want to be involved with the journey.
Yeah.
And then there's a lot of people that are just following along, that dig it, that get ideas for their home cooked meals, and it has become increasingly more difficult to manage everything. But just throw it into the routine. and be grateful for the community that it has created.
Yeah.
Because it is awesome. It's, sure, I may be the taco slayer, but there are, hundreds of thousands of people now that, that they're taco slayers too. And they dig the recipes and they dig doing it themselves and sharing with me their little adventures and stuff like that. I get recommendations all the time for places that I got to go, or my buddy opened up a place. And I've seen so many different people open up businesses, nothing to do with me, but just meeting people throughout this journey has been cool. Watching other people grow their businesses or their lives, or,
I've been seeing a lot of like chefs and kind of food personalities. I don't know if the term influencer is correct, because that entire landscape seems to be changing. We'll use, I'll call them online personalities, but like getting together, doing like collaborations, whether it's collaboration events or kind of cooking or like charity things or things like that.
Right.
Is that something that's on your radar at all? Kind of working with other people or kind of other groups that may be doing something similar?
I do work with a lot. I didn't know that there was a community of barbecue people or of home cooks. And yeah, that is a community. There are people that do that. I work with a company, Branding Iron Meats, and we all get together and they have a food truck. Their products are sold in their meats are sold in a bunch of grocery stores out here, but all the boys get together and, they'll pull the food truck up and we'll all cook out of the truck and serve up a community or a warehouse. Or it's really awesome. It's really awesome to get with the guys and just be involved with people that you only see online.
Right.
And that's another thing, like getting together for cookouts or whatever. So.
All right, I've been staring at this thing. I want to do this while I have the bravery, and while this one has strangely dissipated. That one didn't linger as long as I thought it would.
Right. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay,
he's still got some oxygen in your
It
lungs.
looks
You're
like the
good.
cover of like the old school, like when Doom first came out.
Yeah.
Like
This is some sort of death metal album cover. Right. So this is the Hellfire Doom.
There's a missile called a Hellfire missile?
It was named after this hot sauce.
Similar damage.
All right, I'm going back to the top.
Oh, it comes out fast.
Did you get
I'm
it?
so glad you poured it first.
Damn it. Yeah.
See, because now he knows what not to do.
Spiked with 6.66 million Escalating heat unit pepper extract.
I don't know what that means.
So that's not good.
This is going to be like skydiving without a parachute.
Right. So
please come out slowly.
when they extract the capsaicin, which is the key ingredient
That's enough.
that messes you all up, it's usually a lot more heat.
I'll go a little heavy-handed with you just to make sure that not one person is suffering alone.
Oh, this one's cheers,
boys.
gentlemen.
Yeah.
We died as we lived.
Gonna be a problem. Yep.
Oh, you bastard. That's so sure.
That one doesn't taste very good at all, though.
No, it's gnarly from the very beginning.
Yeah, that's
That would take the paint off a car. Oh no. There's the full one.
yeah, that one gets you, huh? Kicks you in the nuts right there.
I know we don't normally break the fourth wall. Tony, can you put this up to the camera in a way so people watching can just look at the label of that bastard.
Oh, God, I'm crying.
Oh no, it gets worse. Oh, this is not like stubbing your toe. Oh, it just. My ears just popped.
Oh, dude.
Well, hey, thanks for having me.
It's been a great for coming, man.
I had a really great time.
Yeah.
Oh, that one got me. Taco Tuesday podcast, huh?
Mm-hmm. I don't like that. I don't like that. I have the shakes.
Oh, dude, I'm suffering.
That was an appropriate last sauce, huh?
Oh my God. Why? Oh. God.
Wow, that's hot.
It's a different level of heat there, huh?
That helps.
Wow.
I
New
didn't
experience, bro.
I didn't expect to make you guys cry.
No, you did.
Dracarys. Yeah, that's all I can think about. That is breathing fire. Oh.
You all right?
No, I'm not good. That's so strong. Oh.
Let's get some rice.
Right, anything to break the heat.
Anything to just not have spice in my mouth. Oh, well, I'm having ice cream for dinner. I don't know about you boys.
Does rice work? Does rice help?
I don't know.
Everything helps.
Everything that's not more hot sauce definitely helps.
Fuck that thing.
This food from
Jealous?
delicious.
Oh, it wipes away the blistering heat perfectly.
I love you, Carla. This is helping.
Gonna give her a big hug next time I see her. No, that was a fun experience, though. I mean, because I don't know if fun's the right word. It was an
I would
experience.
rather step on a Lego every day than go through that again. Wow, I am hurting so bad.
It's hot. Everybody's eyes is running.
Dude, it hurts to exhale still. My tongue is on fire.
I just want, like, for anybody watching, like, again, I don't do well with heat. Like, when I get wings, like, I'm a mild guy. Like, I can do some, like, I can do some vindaloo that are pretty hot, and I don't mind, like, some hot salsas. That's fucking rude.
It's like being slapped in the face.
It's
with
abrasive.
spice.
I've been
It's like a habanero pepper just smacked me in the
back when I was playing hockey. I've been in hockey fights. I would rather be in a hockey fight. I would at least stand a chance.
Yeah, it's I keep looking back at it like it's fault. I mean, I brought it. And I'm sorry, gentlemen.
No,
I appreciate you because I'm sure this is going to be good for content. Watching.
This is good learning experience. You got to know your limits, and sometimes you got to push your limits.
So if you guys are going to eat whatever this Doom hot sauce is, just think about it. Make sure you don't have to like work that day, or I still have things I have to do later today.
Right.
I'm not sure if they're getting done.
I'm supposed to be like in Target in like 45 minutes, like around other human beings.
You going to have fun with Target, dude?
I might buy a new outfit. I might buy a new tongue. Well, guys, I can't think of anything else that we got to cover. I mean, we've covered pretty much everything.
I don't know. Yeah, the suffering. I've suffered a great deal. I think I just burned 1,000 calories.
Well, brother, we cannot thank you enough for coming in and bringing these to try and hanging out and sharing your experience. And
hey, thank
good
you.
Time, man,
hey, I'm honored. I'm glad I didn't break you guys. I'm sorry about the heat. We'll be okay.
It's actually kind of what I was hoping for, but I just didn't realize how painful it would actually be.
No, man. Cheers for doing that, and thank you for the time. And if people want to follow your journey, I'm out of beer. If people want to follow your journey, learn more about it, website, stuff like that, where can people do that at?
TacoSlayer.com. You could just hop on Google, type in Taco Slayers, and you will come up with one of my channels somewhere. And yeah, I'm grateful. Follow along. Enjoy the journey.
Man.
Oh, dude, no, this was a good time. Thanks for coming in, man.
Yeah, this was awesome.
All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to another edition of the TacoTuesday.com podcast. Happy Taco Tuesday. Cheers, everyone.
Bye, Zeus.
TacoTuesday.com.